Hello. Welcome in to my weekly spirit boost. I am Tammy Masterbirdy, best-selling author of the book Behind Me. The universe is talking to you. Tap into signs and synchronicity to reveal magical moments every day. I teach people how to tap into what I call the divine higher helpline. And I like to come on here every Thursday at noon Eastern on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to boost your spirit in some way, share some type of a teaching, share something that is going on in my life or the life of a student or client, whatever sort of comes up for me that week. And it's so funny. So this week, I'm going to be talking about forgiveness and sort of letting go of the negative emotions that we hang on to, that we tend to sort of hang on to, connected to the people in our lives, the people who we feel have wronged us or continue to wrong us. And the reason I came up with this topic is I honestly was like, I'm not really sure what to talk about. This week has sort of been quiet. My stepson's first day of school was today, so we were sort of busy doing things for that. And I can't wait till he gets home to hear about it. And so I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull an oracle card and ask what topic I should talk about. So that's what I did. And forgiveness came up, and I was like, perfect. This is what we're going to talk about. So right before I went live, my sister stopped over to pick up crystals that I'm shipping to my niece, who is in her freshman year of college in Arizona. And so I had wrapped up these crystals for her that I'm sending for her dorm room. And she stopped over to pick it up, and she was talking to me about, she's like, I've been doing this a lot of work around forgiveness lately. And I was like, you're not going to believe this. I said, but I'm talking on my weekly spirit boost about forgiveness. And she was like, what? And so she was talking about some of the angels that I'm going to be talking to you about today. And so to me, that was just confirmation for her and for me that this is what I need to speak about. And whoever needs to hear it, may this find you. Share it with anybody that you know that it might be struggling with something going on in their lives. Now, when I say forgiveness is, we automatically think it's, oh, we need to forgive other people, but sometimes we need to forgive ourselves. Sometimes we need to forgive ourselves for something that we did, something that we said. Maybe it's even the way we treated ourselves, right? The way that we've neglected ourselves, and we hold on to it, and then we blame ourselves, and then we beat ourselves up over things. And it's like, no, 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 no. Forgive yourself for anything that you've done as well, because no matter what, whether you're hanging on to anger, resentment, regret, anything that is of that negative guilt, anything that's in that negative arena, you're hurting yourself, right? You're hurting yourself by hanging on to it. You're hurting yourself, whether it's that you need to forgive yourself and let go of these emotions, or you need to forgive someone else and let go of these emotions. By you hanging on to it, you are literally hurting yourself. You're not hurting the other person, because you're the one who's suffering. You're the one who's feeling these emotions. And you are also the one who's in control of doing something about it. And the other person doesn't have to change. If we're talking about another person, the other person doesn't have to change. The other person doesn't have to know anything that you're doing. It has absolutely nothing to do with them. It has mostly to do with you. Yes, sometimes someone else needs to hear, I forgive you. But really, the forgiveness that I'm talking about, and really the general thing with forgiveness, is it helps us to forgive and to let go and to not carry around the emotions that are weighing us down and weighing down our vibration. So, first of all, before I get into, I'm going to tell you sort of like a little bit of a prayer. I'm going to walk you through on who to call in to help you with this. Because here's the best part. I'm on here every week and I tell you guys, don't do anything by yourself. Stop trying to manifest by yourself. Stop trying to make changes by yourself. Stop trying to do anything by yourself. You have a ridiculous, vast amount of resources, higher help available to you to help you with everything. And that includes finding forgiveness and letting go. So I'm, of course, going to tell you actually the four main higher helpers that I would call on for help with this, and how I would put it in so that you can the format I would put it in to ask for help. And then you can use this. I always say when you're working on something, just use it every morning until you start to feel a difference, see the shift, and then you can start working on another area. So before I even get into it, the first thing I have to say that I have learned to do, whatever anything happens in my life, when someone is doing something to me, or I feel they're doing something to me, something is affecting me that someone else is doing, something that I have done to myself, um, anything that happens in my life, I always view it from, this is happening for my highest good. There is a reason this is happening. There's a reason this person did this, said this, acted this way, whatever it might be. And I know it's hard to see it from that perspective when you're in the hurt, when you're in the pain, but just try reminding yourself of that, because honestly, there really is a purpose for everything. We are learning from everything. And sometimes it's, this person isn't good for me and shouldn't be in my life anymore. Sometimes it's, I need to not make that mistake again. Sometimes it's, I need to create boundaries so that this person can't have the same effect on me. And those boundaries are on me. It has nothing to do with the other person. I'm the one who creates them, right? But oftentimes there's a reason for it and we are learning from it. There is a book, and I think it was a movie at some point too, like a cartoon movie, but I know it's a book out there floating around by Neil Donald Walsh called Little Soul and the Sun. I believe that's it. And in this book, it's like a children's book, but I swear it's for adults. In this book, he talks about Little Soul and the Sun, and he demonstrates in it how, before we even come into this world, right? When we're on the other side, when we're planning and we're deciding what we're going to do here and how it's going to play out and all of that stuff, and sort of the connected dots that we are going to go through that are predestined. He illustrates it in a way of like, we planned the certain pains that we were going to go through because we knew we were going to learn from them, right? So in this Little Soul and the Sun, he demonstrates this in a way like, there's this little kid who purposely does something to hurt another little kid, and they're like, yeah, I'll do that to help you, I can do that, and that'll help you grow, and we'll do this, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's all planned beforehand. And so when you look at it from that perspective, also sometimes when you're looking at it, from someone else doing something to hurt you or to cause you pain or suffering in some way, if you can look at it from the perspective of, maybe they're just doing their job. Maybe they're just doing what we set out to do beforehand. And how can I be mad at that? They're doing this to help me grow, right? So that's sort of the one perspective that I like to take. Also, the perspective of, most people do things for themselves and not to intentionally hurt someone. A lot of times they don't even realize they're hurting someone, or they are coming from a place of pain. And that's another piece to look at when we're talking about forgiveness. But remember, again, forgiveness is always to free you, to free yourself from the burden you are carrying around. Because I promise you, that anger, that resentment, that guilt, that angst that you are hanging on to is blocking you from moving forward in certain areas of your life. It's literally blocking you. It's literally going into places of your body and can be causing disarray and dis-ease, right? And so why would you want to carry that around, right? So you're doing it for you. You're doing it to free yourself so that you can then move on and move forward with your life in the areas that you want to move forward in. So having said all that, again, whether it's forgiving yourself for something that you either did to yourself or another person, whether it is forgiving another person, here is how I want you to start your day until you're able to start moving forward and letting some of this go. So, I think it was last week I shared my 5-step prayer formula, right? So you always start with, "Dear universe, I'm calling in my angels, my guides, my loved ones who have passed on, and all those in my soul society, only those of the highest of vibration, to be with me now." You're starting by calling in your collective. Now, here are the specific, I think, well, they're not all archangels. Here are the specific 4 higher helpers that I want you to call on for help around forgiveness and letting go. Again, whether it's forgiving yourself or forgiving another person. The first one is Archangel Jeremiel. So it's Jeremiel. And he's been called the angel of change, but he's also been called the angel of forgiveness. And he actually can help you, because remember, we do nothing on our own. We should be doing nothing on our own in this lifetime because we have all this higher help. He can help you with forgiveness and understanding and finding that understanding of yourself and others. You can also ask him to help you see the blessings from the past. Remember, I said everything happens for a reason. So you can ask this archangel to help you not only forgive and open your heart and let go, but to see the blessings from this past experience that maybe caused you hurt that you now need to forgive. So you're going to call him in and you are going to ask for that. And you can specifically say the situation that you are dealing with. You can also call in Archangel Zadkiel, Zadkiel. And again, he can help you with forgiveness of yourself or forgiveness of other people, and to really find freedom from that emotional baggage that you are carrying. So you're going to ask him to please help you find this forgiveness and help you set down and release those emotions that you're carrying with you that are weighing you down. He's also one of the angels of the violet ray, which means he is in charge, or has access to the violet flame. And so that means that he can help you when you're asking him to sort of help you get rid of that emotional pain. He can help you transmute and change and release those emotions using the violet flame, and transform them to pure love, pure light, pure positivity. So you're going to ask him to help you with that. The third higher helper that I would call in this area of life is Kuan Yin, who is a Chinese Buddhist goddess. Many of you might have heard of her. And she's really amazing at helping people find compassion, finding that compassion that you need to be able to let go, to be able to see things from a different perspective. Again, self-compassion or compassion for others. But she can help you with that, with forgiving, and with really releasing that emotional baggage that you were holding on to. So she's the third specific higher helper that I would call in. So we're calling in the collective, we're explaining the situation. We are then going to call in Archangel Jeremiel, Zadkiel, and Kuan Yin. And then the fourth archangel that I want you, or the fourth higher helper who is an archangel that I would want you to call in, is Archangel Charity. And Archangel Charity is the twin flame of Archangel Shamuel. And she really embodies divine love. And why I want you to call her in for forgiveness is that she can help you heal your heart and really cultivate self-love. And so whether you're forgiving yourself or another, you still need to sort of heal your heart and cultivate love and compassion toward yourself, because again, you are doing this forgiveness for yourself, right? So you want to call her in to help sort of heal and balance that heart and that heart chakra. And that is the fourth higher helper. Then you are going to literally ask them to take this and heal this and help you to move forward, to help you heal your heart, to help you release whatever you need to release, to help you see things from a different perspective, and to send you the ideas, the signs, the synchronicities, the resources, the people, the opportunities that can help you do this faster and easier. Whatever is in your highest good. And then you are going to thank them. and you are going to start your day. I would always start your day with this prayer and just ask for the assistance in changing and shifting and releasing and forgiving. If you do this, you now no longer have to figure it out by yourself. You now no longer have to carry this with you and struggle with this, because you are handing it over and you are asking for help in getting you there. Again, forgiveness is for you. And these higher helpers are going to be there for you to help you move through this process so that you can free yourself, free up your energy, raise your vibration, and get rid of anything that is dragging you down. Because I promise you, even if this is an old resentment, even if this is something that maybe you thought you've moved on from, but then when you think about it, you get riled up about it again, right? My sister was talking to me a little bit about that today. When she thinks about the past connected to a specific situation, she's like, I don't think I've let it go because I still get heated about it. You haven't let it go, right? If it's still triggering you, you haven't let it go, and it's time to let it go, and it's time to release it. It's time to free up your energy so that you can use that energy to create the things that you want to create in your life, to create the positive changes that you want to see in your life. And if you're hanging on to that, it is dragging your energy down. You are leaking energy out of you that you could be using for yourself, for your health, for your body to heal, all of that. It's interrupting all of it. So you are going to ask them to help you, and you are going to say this prayer every morning until you start to feel a change, until you start to feel the letting go. And don't be surprised if all of a sudden an idea comes to you, a particular healer, you wind up uncovering, the name of someone who can help you with something. It doesn't mean that they're just going to snap their fingers and take it away. They're going to help you figure out how to release it. They're going to send you to the right people. They're going to give you the peace that you need to be able to start moving forward. That is how it works. It's not a Santa Claus situation. It is a help me. Okay, you're ready. Let me line everything up for you to get you there. And you'll get there faster. That's the best part of it. Okay, so let me go to some of the comments. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'm looking on Instagram too. Oh, hi, Love and Live 40. You said this is so good. Thank you, Tammy. You're very welcome. I'm telling you, the universe wanted me to talk about it because number one, I pulled the Oracle card. And number two, my sister literally came over today to pick up those crystals and brought it up to me. And I was like, oh, this is just validation that I'm on the right track. Okay, let's see. Oh, hi, Sam. Sam Beadle says, this is so helpful. Thank you, Tammy. Love the Archangels and Kuan Yin. And just read that she can be called in September. Hello, that's so true. You're right. A lot of these, especially goddesses, a lot of goddesses have seasons or months that they are sort of helpful with. So I love that you say that. And that's so perfect. And yeah, compassion and unconditional love. She's amazing for that. Susanna says, thank you, Tammy. I think I needed to hear that too. Yes, I just think that, we're all carrying something around, even if you think you have let it go, even if you think you have, resolved it. If you get re-triggered by it, and if you think about it and you still get aggravated by it, there's some work to do. And I promise you, it's taking up energy that you could be using for something else. It's literally sucking it's sucking and draining you of energy that you could be using for something else. And so we have to learn to let it go. And again, the best part is you don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. The other thing, Archangel Jophiel is another one, just to throw in there because it's coming to me. She's the angel of beauty, and she can help you see things, see the beauty in things. She can help you shift your mindset from negative to positive around a particular situation. So she might be another one you want to throw in there as well. I call on her for Oh my gosh, so many different things. Just randomly throughout the day, if I need to shift my mindset, if I find myself going into like a negative, lower vibration place, I will just stop what I'm doing and call her in to help me shift. So she's another one. If you need to shift your mindset around a particular person, around a particular situation, and again, around even how you see yourself and your own actions, please, people, stop beating yourself up for the mistakes that you've made. Stop beating yourself up for not doing the things that you should have done, for not meditating, for not doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, or you should have, or I should have known better. I shouldn't have done that. Why didn't I listen to myself? Let it go. Forgive yourself. Tomorrow's a new day. This next minute is a new minute. Start again. Let me just look. KJ says, any books on all of the angels? Oh, there's a lot of angel books. I have to say, my book is coming out in April called The Higher Health Method, and I literally have lists of not just angels. I have lists by life area. The whole second half of this book is going to be a spiritual toolkit by life area, and I list for every life area. There's a whole chapter on emotional healing, which is where I pulled these higher helpers from, but I list not just angels, but goddesses, saints, ascended masters, all of it. Anybody that you can possibly think of, and I've broken them down by life area. This would be under emotional healing. So you would find everybody that I just spoke with about today is going to be into that emotional healing chapter. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be talking about it. It's not out until April. But as we get closer, I will definitely be talking more about it and sharing more from the book. But I'm kind of giving you a sneak peek here because that's where I got all of those people from. I've been keeping these lists for years, and then had the idea to put it into a book called The Higher Help Method, where I literally teach you how to create the positive changes in your life as a partnership with the universe. So that's part of it. But yes, there's many, many books that are out there that lists just all of the different archangels specifically. I would look into anything by Kyle Gray. He has a lot of books on angels and angel numbers and all of that. So I would definitely recommend anything by him right now. But my book, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited about it. Honestly, it's the book that I needed to write for myself that I wish I had years ago. So anyway, that's not coming out until April. So go to Kyle Gray for now. Susanna said, can you please repeat the name of all the archangels? Okay. So, well, they weren't, some of them were archangels, but it was Archangel, you wrote them down. Archangel Jeremiel, Archangel Zadkiel, Kuan Yin, who's the Chinese Buddhist goddess of compassion, and then Archangel Charity, Charity. And then the last one that I threw in at the end was Archangel Jophiel, who's the angel of beauty, who can help you shift your mindset. So, yeah, that's who I would call in. Let's just see, Geraldine. My mom died last year of a painful illness. We grew closer than ever have, and I saw her every other day in the rehab hospital. I brought her gifts and food and have absolutely no regret. My cousin, who hasn't visited her or called me and put on Facebook how I am ruining the last few weeks of her life. I do not work, and I need to take my mom home and get a live-in nurse. I have to snap in reality. My mom needed all these docs. She did not want to live with me. When I think it cut you off, so I didn't see the rest of it. So I don't know if you need to forgive another person, or if you need to forgive yourself, or if you're, it might be that you're struggling with yourself. Please give yourself compassion. If you feel like, whether it's somebody else or not, give yourself compassion. That's something that you have taken on. And losing a parent, losing anyone is a you need to forgive your cousin. I just saw another thing. Yes, no. So yeah, your cousin was not nice to you about it. It sounds like the cousin needs to forgive herself or himself, whomever that might be. But know that it sounds like to me, like when someone gets mad at you for something, often it's their own stuff that's getting triggered. So look at her in that way and say, she's upset about her own action. She's upset about her own situation. I'm not going to take that on. And I am going to send her compassion for the pain that she's going through, because hurt people, right? People who are in pain are the ones that often strike out. But don't take that on yourself, because that's not your stuff. Laura said she came in late and I missed the prayer. Can you say it again, or where to find it and print it? As soon as I end this, you can watch it on the replay and you can hear. But basically, you're going to use my 5-step prayer formula. I walk you through to call in the specific archangels, and I explain who they are. And you can just write it down and start saying it every morning. KJ, oh, thank you. You're looking forward to my book. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, it's going to be, I was so excited about my first book, but I'm like even more excited about this book. I can't explain it. It's just, I can't wait to start talking about it more and teaching it and sharing stuff with you. But I'm giving you little hints every week. Last week, the 5-step prayer formula that I shared, that's also in the book. So you're getting a bunch of like stuff early. Let me just see if there's anything else before I jump off. Am I missing anything on Instagram? Not right now. Nancy is saying, I have been having bursts of intense anger. I am easily frustrated, especially about having to do things over and over. I'm turning 69 in a few days, so I appreciate it. You are very welcome. Listen, whether it's yourself or someone else, if you just need to shift your mindset, whatever it is, all of those higher helpers can help you as soon as you ask, as soon as you call it in. That is why the book, The Higher Help Method, was created. That's why I created my higher help method. I don't do anything without my higher help, no matter what it is, because we were never meant to do anything by ourselves. We were never meant to figure anything out, to find solutions, to get through the day. Nothing. We have so many resources available to us, and we have to start using them to make our lives easier, to make things run smoother, to make ourselves happier, to make our, the changes that we want to see, so that we can be happier and more fulfilled and more successful and more filled with love. So don't try to figure it out by yourself. Ask for the help, ask for the healing, ask for the energy, ask for the direction to the people who can help you shift. Because there are many people and resources out there, and if we ask for the help, we will be directed to them. Yeah, Geraldine is saying she's carrying around the anger and it's hard to forgive. Start saying the prayer. Start saying that, calling in the people that I asked you, or that I recommended you call in, and see if that is helpful to you. Because I promise you, it's going to be a million times better than you trying to figure it out and let go of it by yourself. And whether you realize it or not, if you are carrying it around, it is sucking your energy down. It is literally interrupting your life in some way, whether you are conscious of it or not. I promise you, it is doing it. You are leaking energy in some way, and you have to release it. You have to let it go so that it can free up energy for good things in your life. You are welcome. Hi, Ruth. Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for my book. I'm sorry. People are like, oh, it's so long. It's so far away. Why are you talking about it? Because I'm so excited about it. But as I get closer, obviously I'm going to have like pre-order bonuses and all that stuff. So just stay tuned for that. And then that way you'll be able to get some stuff to start with before the book actually comes out. But that won't be until probably later this year, beginning of next year. But anyway, so that is my forgiveness for today. I hope this prayer helps you. If you know someone else who needs this, please tag them and share. And if you like this video, please hit the like button so that it helps me get out to more people. And I thank you all for being here. As I say, always have an amazing and wonderful weekend. Do something that brings you joy, something that raises your vibration, because you deserve it. And I am sending you all my love. And I will be back here again next Wednesday. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in, and then I will reply on the, if you're watching this on the replay, I'll come back and reply afterwards. And anything else that you might need, or any other questions that you might have that I can even do for another weekly spirit boost, happy to answer them. So have a beautiful weekend. Thank you all, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.